Hello, and welcome to Sports by Compian. My name is Corey Compian. We have here our handsome host, Stephen Compian, the man, the myth, the legend, who put it all together for us. We're all just living in his world. And then we have a very special guest returning for the second time, Frankie Vargas, the three-time champion of Costa Rica Football.
Three-time!
Plus, a very tall, very handsome gentleman, fan of Guns N' Roses, as we can all tell from his background. Look at this man. Look at that smile. Ladies, he's single.
For now.
He's single, ladies.
You just had to mention it. What? I'm single? You're breaking up with me. Well, we are on the show.
Well, that's true. Me and Frankie, we are married. But, I'll allow him to find some...
Clearly not anymore.
What he says.
Frankie,
run. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I am doing fantastic. I started drinking at the beginning of this so that, we could be prepared and ready for this.
Normal day for you.
Normal day.
Drinking at 10 a.m.
Boy.
It's noon,
what do you mean? It's like 1 o'clock over here.
Steven, how are you doing on this fine day?
Oh, splendid. I was out with the boys last night, just feeling like an absolute champion this morning, I gotta say. Just an absolute champion, Corey.
Any plans for the weekend?
Yeah, it was actually quite a splendid weekend. I heard you may or may not be hosting a whole party for the USFL Super Bowl taking place this evening when the Stallion Birmingham motherfuckers defend their home against the Philly Stars. What a game, huh, Corey?
Going for the Philly Stars, man. Gotta stick with the tri-state loyalty.
What's the situation over there at the party, though? What's happening?
Well, I'm probably going to sweep the floors, so that's going to be a huge move. It's going to be wild. They're going to be like floors, but cleaner.
What?
We have beer pong equipped, so I can kick Frankie's ass whenever he comes over.
Nice.
I will, at some point, begin my cooking-like maneuvers, and we're going to have soft shell tacos, hard shell tacos, and 4 meats. We're going to have ground chicken, ground beef, regular chicken, and steak. So you can mix and match your meats in the tacos.
Damn, bro.
Wow. It's going to be crazy.
It sounds like
I go hard when it comes to tacos, man.
This is next level.
I might now show up.
Hey, but there won't be any alcohol, right? It's a dry event.
It's a dry event. So if you show up with alcohol, we have a bouncer. He's going to kick you in the dick. If you're a girl, he'll just, give you a strongly worded letter and send you on your way.
I've actually heard that Blondie was the bouncer. Is that true?
No, Blondie's retired. She mostly just naps now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alrighty then.
How are we playing beer pong then? With water? With tea?
Yeah.
Steep.
Yeah, come on, dude. You don't want to be hydrated?
Tea, exactly.
Do you
tea or coffee, your choice.
Are you not trying to be hydrated, Frankie? What the fuck's going on here? Obviously,
tea or coffee.
When you made these earlier plays, are we gonna go ahead and show that, Core? And then we'll talk some Costa Rica football.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Can you show your screen here?
I'm gonna share my screen, guys. Boom. Can you see it? The mixed screen. Boom. Everyone sees this?
And all right, so Frankie, since you're the active participant, you want to talk us through this?
Yeah, commentary. Let's get going.
All right.
So Frankie's the blue helmet closest to us.
Watch out.
Right there, on the break, with his ridiculous toddler run. Wide open. Big catch, misses a guy, and shoe breaks.
I do that commentary. Yeah. The play was funny because, well, as you cannot really see shit right here, I guess, because there's a net that stops the ball, the soccer ball, because it's a soccer field, from getting away. We practiced this play for like 2 weeks. It was the first play we did. And, well, the pass was supposed to be in front of me. It was supposed to be a touchdown, right? But
I was going to say, that guy definitely
and,
underthrew you.
Yeah, definitely. So it would have been great if we could have started the final with a touchdown, but I guess the play set the mood for the rest of the game because we picked up like, I don't know, what was it, like 30 yards or something like that.
Least, yeah.
And after that, we scored a touchdown. So, yeah, and my shoe, the field was super hot. My shoe had never been busted open before. And on that play, right as I was making the last cut, it just gave up.
Damn.
and fell, and it was too bad because maybe we would have had a touchdown there, but
Was that
it is what it
asphalt?
is.
You looked
blacktop
open.
field? That was asphalt?
Sorry?
It's asphalt, not the normal grass?
Is how do you call it? Turf. It's turf.
Turf, yeah. Yeah, that's why I was so freaking hot. That sucks.
So, did you
Yeah.
play the rest of the game with a busted shoe, or did you have some backup
Yeah.
cleats you could put on? Because if that's the first play, that's a bad way to start.
I grabbed some tape and I taped it, and then the other one also went.
Oh, life.
The other one
Yeah.
went that
So
same game
but
too?
yeah, I kept running. Sorry.
The other one went that same game too? Like both of
Yeah,
them, both of them
yeah.
in the same game? Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea it was, but we played at midday, and the sun was right there on top of us.
Ah,
It was awful.
that's nasty.
Just-
Super hot. A bunch of players passed out during the game as well.
I mean,
Oh shit.
jeez.
Yeah.
Are they
To give some context, though, so that play was in the this recent final that just passed for Costa Rica football. Toros against Leones. Toros were heavily favored. What do you guys beat them by?
It was at least 40 points, I think.
Well, what was the final score?
I think.
I don't remember.
I think
Like
it was
40 to
48
6?
to 7. Yeah, or
Okay.
it
40
was,
to 7.
we definitely scored 40, so 40 something to 7, something like that.
Wow.
Right.
Well, good old.
Did you score in that game, or just that 130-yard pass?
I didn't. I have like 2 catches. That was it. We mainly run the ball. We don't pass it that much. We didn't have to, luckily.
Right.
I mean, if you're up by a whole bunch in the Super Bowl, you kind of just keep riding that.
Yeah, you just run out the clock and grind it
So
in.
was
Which
that-
also, I played against them. Luckily, I was on offense for the particular game when I played against Frankie's Toros. But watching my defense was rough, man. Like every play could be a touchdown. Like there was one play. We play on a slightly smaller field. It's maybe like 60 yards, 70 yards around there. From like the 20, this dude just ran down the middle. I guess all the nose guards were just like distracted by shiny colors, and he was actually the league MVP, I believe, right? Aaron got league MVP.
Not the league. I don't think he had an MVP. Was there a prize for that? Or an award? I'm sorry.
I think so.
I don't think.
I think I saw that on
Well,
Instagram.
Oh, he got offensive MVP for us. Yep.
Oh,
For
okay.
the Toros.
That's probably what it was.
Not for the league.
Right. Okay.
Well, there should be a league
Yeah.
MVP.
I mean, yeah, he had like at least a touchdown a game. It was crazy.
He had like
Oh.
15, something like that.
Wow.
Behind
15
our line,
in a short season.
and behind our line is plausible, I guess, to get that many touchdowns because we do have the best line. And that's why our offense was better than other people's.
So you
Right.
guys just ran
No,
the ball.
dude, we didn't have too much line. Like as a 200-pound dude, I was one of our better linemen. Like I would get put up against Haynes and stuff, and I was like, "Are you guys sure?" They're like, "Yeah, bro, you got that. We believe in you."
That's a problem.
It's a problem. There's not too many big boys that want to play football in Costa Rica.
And if they do, they want to play for the Toros, huh?
They want to get a ring, you know.
Who doesn't want a ring? How many rings you got now, Frankie? 3? Must be
No, I
nice.
got 2.
Oh,
Both with Toros.
still 2 more than I got.
Really? Because I thought I got 2 with you, and then this should be your
No,
third.
I
Oh, I got
No,
one.
no,
with
no.
you? Fair enough.
I joined the Toros like 3 years ago. So that's 5.
Oh,
if I'm
okay.
counting the pandemic and when we didn't play. So like 3
Right,
tournaments ago, and we've got 2
Mhm.
that time.
So what do you think is going on with Costa Rica football now? It's been kicking around for a while. Even back in my day, it was Toros, Bulldogs, and then it's pretty much been Toros and I guess Lions now.
Leonis got one because they had a quarterback.
They did manage to snatch.
So, in my opinion, it comes down to Scott is the only one dedicated enough to build a community, build a team, and coach them. Like he actually has coaching ability. So he knows the sport. He can teach the guys. He has dedication and love enough for the sport to actually sit there and actually teach the guys. Whereas all these other teams, they're mostly coached by a player who got too old and too tired, too hurt to keep playing. And they're like, well, fuck it. Someone needs to coach. I'll coach this team. Like, anytime I talk about retiring, they try to recruit me to be a coach. And I'm like, you guys realize that I don't really watch that much football in my free time, and I've only played this for like 10 years, right? Like, I really shouldn't be coaching anything. But that's just where this league is at. There's not really old veterans that know about coaching to take over these other teams. So all the other teams just have bad coaching.
That sucks. Sounds about right, though. Pretty much is how it was when I was there, too. You got a couple guys who know what they're doing, but most people, not so much. And it's hard to develop.
It's an unpaid position.
Yeah.
So if you're playing for the love of the sport. It's fun. You're running around. It's great, blah, blah, blah. But if you're the coach, you're sitting there, you're dealing with all these unruly guys that don't want to show up to practice, that as soon as you lose, they're going to be bitching at you that it's all your fault, which I understand the hypocrisy because I literally just did that. I blamed all the other coaches. But, that's just kind of the state of the sport. If you're not getting paid to do something and it sucks to do that thing, why would you do it?
Yeah. Sounds about right. And then people get tired of dealing with people and they don't want to do it and teams fold and then it's hard for guys to stay playing. That's a bummer. It sounds about like every, middle league out there. Just things in general. It can be hard to build.
Players,
I think.
in Costa Rica, sorry, go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
Oh, there's just not many people here that want to play football. I think they just don't like to get hurt. They don't like to get hit. I think the people in the North, Americans and Europeans, are a little more crazier, I guess, and they like to get hit and they like more contact sports, I think. But here, they're not interested. So there are not many players here, so the sport doesn't really grow. Or they play one season and they get tired and they leave. And
what's been going
I
on
always
for
describe
10 years
it.
now?
No, it's closer to 15. I've played for 11 years, and it was around a couple years before I started, so it's got to be at least 15 years by now. I think 2009 was the Toros' first undefeated championship.
Yeah, you're right.
So, because I think they had I still have that T-shirt somewhere that was like 9-0 and 09. So if 2009 was the first season, math. How many years the league has been around?
Yeah, I hear you. No, that's a good point, Frankie. Probably not a lot of guys want to get hit in Costa Rica. I was going to say, like, maybe it's something with the hemispheres, but you got the Kiwis and the South Africans who love to hit in rugby, but other than that...
I think it's a cultural thing, dude.
You're right. Something with that, though.
Yeah.
Other than, like, rugby, there's not a lot of, like, Southern Hemisphere people wanting to hit each other. Weird.
I think it's just a cultural thing. Like, so as an American, you grow up watching football, you're like, that looks super fucking cool. It's not... Like, injuries are a part of it, but you kind of build the mindset of it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Whereas here, there's no football on TV, really. So these guys are like...
Yeah.
They don't grow up talking about it with their parents. They don't grow up, playing in the street, throwing passes with their friends. So then as an adult, like for me, you tell me, go do UFC right now. I'd be like, fuck no, that's fucking crazy. Like, I don't want to get punched in the face. But if I grew up around, my dad watching UFC and I was sitting there watching with him, I'd be like, wow, it looks fucking great. I can go do that because, whatever, in my formative years, it wasn't scary,
Yeah.
I think it just, in the States, you have hockey, you have rugby, you have football, you have, all these contact sports that it's not as scary. Whereas here, you go from playing soccer, maybe basketball, to now all of a sudden you got to go tackle people. It's slightly alarming.
True that.
I think it's a cultural.
Hey, well, speaking of some tackling, we got some rugby clips to look at here because it turns out there's always rugby being played. But before we do that, Frankie, why don't you take us to our first non-sponsor sponsor of the day? Who do you have for us?
Me?
Yeah. If you're ready.
Holy shit! No, give me some time. Go for Corey first.
Corey, I'm going to need you
All right.
to go over the.
I have for you, kind gentlemen, a very fascinating website. And ladies.
Yeah, anyone who's watching.
A very fascinating website that I recently discovered called Wren, spelled W-R-E-N, and it is a, like, how do I phrase this? They're an activist group, I guess, trying to lessen people's carbon footprint. So I found that about it found out about it through a YouTube video that led me to their site. On their site, I did a survey. On the survey, they're like, how many times a week do you eat meat? How many cars do you have? How many times do you fly? All this stuff to calculate my carbon footprint. And then they're like, all right, cool. For this amount of money, you can offset your carbon footprint. And it's like a monthly payment. And at first I was like, is this a scam? Am I just giving these guys money just for funsies? Then I was like, maybe it's legit. So then I signed up. So I'm giving them $16.08 a month. And supposedly that offsets my carbon footprint. They also were like, hey, do you want to do like another survey to offset your lifetime worth of carbon footprint? And I was like, that's probably going to be a couple grand. So no, but I'm down to, go carbon neutral from this point forward. So now I just give them $16 a month, and supposedly they're offsetting my carbon footprint.
Do we buy this, Frankie? What do you think?
I don't. I think it's stupid.
I don't
but
think
it's Corey shit. So
I don't know if I buy that.
Understand why he's doing.
It's like, it might be a scam. I did this literally like 3 days ago, so I've done no investigation in it. It just seemed cool, and I was like, word up with it. You guys can have some money. Hopefully, it's probably just a placebo. It's probably just to make me feel better, and really I'm just making some rich CEO richer. But maybe it's real. Do your research.
It's worth Googling them and finding out for sure. I mean, you're the one giving the money, but we should be the ones to research. So you're right. All right. Well, anyway, let's watch the rugby here.
Money. What can I say?
Here, let me set this up properly. Sorry, people watching. I'm not on my best game today. All right, and there we are. Cool. And here's the rugby. So we had Wales and South Africa kick off for some international rugby the other day. And Wales.
Hardy, same side they go.
Want to play really well
Big at
with
the drop goal.
Wales is red.
But my man just drop kicked that shit in there.
Legs were there.
That was tight. That was like
So did that go through the uprights, and that's why that was good?
Yeah. Look at this dude.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's pretty look like an upright.
Oh,
Like
what?
40 yards out, dude.
Drop goal, then bigger.
They do a weird like sideways kick too, huh? They don't really do like a puncher kick. Oh damn.
Hey guys, just outrun everyone. No big deal.
He's second.
Yay.
Yeah, that was alarming for that number 11. He's like, he's so fast.
Look at this, dude. He seriously was so much faster than everyone. The 11's like, no, stop it. Why are you so fast?
Yeah, that number 11 was ahead of him, and he just like, nah, bro, it's all good. It's all under control. I'm gonna go score now. You understand?
With bouncing balls, you never know. Plus, he kicked it perfectly.
And now, look on your arm can't reach.
The thing is, man, when you're playing South Africa, it turns out they like to come back
enough to slow it down on the line, ready to make the tackle.
So South Africa is green. Wales is red.
This little pop kick. It's a perfect little pop kick to his boy out here on the sidelines. Hello, friend.
The chase is set up. Kobe!
Yeah, that's well placed. So I guess that ball is slightly more like soccer ball shape, so it's easier to kick than a football. I feel like footballs bounce around so erratically.
Correct. It's not like a football. It's more like a soccer ball-ish. So it's a lot safer. So anyway, dude, this game was close as fuck because Wales was here to fight, man. They had the lead at halftime and they desperately trying to hang on in the second half.
On the attack.
What always trips me out is look at the dude up there. He's just like, his legs are the linchpin. Everybody is pushing against his legs, and he's just up there. Like, what is he doing? He's just grabbing his boys and like pulling their shirts, like, yeah, get it!
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of
He's literally riding the pile.
He's just kind of in there at this point. You're talking about that guy, right?
Yeah, he's just riding the pile.
So that's a penalty try for Wales because apparently they can't collapse that. So that means that South Africa gets a try. They take the lead with only 6 minutes left in the game. But Wales was like, no, listen, we really want to try to win this game. We're serious about it.
The ball, some forward momentum for Wales. The 5 meters out, the reinforcements will come through.
Wales needs more black guys.
Yeah, dude. They have that one guy. With the longer hair. But yeah, you're right. Look, so you got this guy. But yeah,
well, I mean, it's Wales. They're like in the north of England. I don't think they have as many black guys as South Africa.
I think he's scientific with that.
Biggest kick.
My boy missed his kick. Oh no. So it's all tied up with only 3 minutes left.
So what is this game? Is this a friendly? Is this in some kind of a tournament?
It's a friendly, but also if you win, you qualify for World Cup. So
Belgium advantage.
Oh, okay.
Deliberate knockdown.
When is Rugby World Cup?
So penalty right there, guys. And Wales gets a shot at this to win. I mean, South Africa.
It's looking good. Damien.
Because unfortunately, better teams usually win these type of things. But that was a hell of a game out of Wales. Nobody expected it to be that close. South Africa is arguably one of the best teams in the whole world, maybe number 2. So for Wales to bring it to them like that, quite impressive for the Welsh boys, you know. So it's something for them to hang their hats on going forward. Because they're just coming off Six Nations where they lost to lost to Italy, giving Italy like their first win in forever. Remember we covered that, Corey?
Right. Because also, isn't Wales like half the size of Costa Rica?
It's quite small.
Really?
So to come up with that many dudes
I don't know if it's
to like go and compete on a national level.
Where did you hear that about half the size of Costa Rica? Costa Rica's really small, dude.
I'm just saying, like, the size wise.
It's not very big, that's for sure. But I don't know about half the size of Costa Rica. It's for sure small.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Whatever.
But yeah, no. So Wales definitely brought it, man. Hell of a game for them. Earlier in the last month, we actually had England take on the Barbarians, and the Barbarians are apparently a rugby club of just a lot of really good players. So it's not necessarily a country, I believe. But they happen to have some French players on their team and some all kinds of players.
Mexican wave has started.
So England's red and the Barbarians are black and white.
Drags him to ground.
But is this also for the World Cup? Like, can this super team of Barbarians get into?
It's going to be 10 minutes in the bin for Johnny Mate.
Oh, okay.
What happened there? Was
That's
it
how you
gonna
come up on
pitch it?
defense, dude. That's how you fucking come up on defense. Look at this shit. My boy is not fucking around. He comes right up. Look at him.
Drags him to ground. Intercept.
Beautiful. Beautiful intercept.
The French captain is away. Harry Randall.
He's really tired though. He's like, hey,
Was he trying to pitch it?
He's tired.
Yeah, okay.
He looks like he's scored.
But it looked like he made it. Yeah, dude, look at that defense. That's how you fucking come up fast in here.
Having just returned from a knee injury in March.
By your boy.
His back at Twickenham.
Anyway.
We're on his right-hand shoulder.
Baba's have turned.
This was like a highlight-ass game, man. There was a whole bunch. I had to cut down which highlights to go for because it's got pretty crazy pretty quick. This dude is the England number 10, fly half.
England narrow the gap.
Well.
It's 2 for 3 for Marcus Smith.
I think he had a pretty good game. But he nailed that kick and then boom, nice little offload there to his boy.
Lovely sleight of hands. Here's Freeman.
Oh, another one to his other friend.
This time Duncan a singer and he's over.
Wait, he's allowed to do that? He's clearly tackled.
He gets one move.
Okay, so he can stretch out. Yeah. So he can either protect the ball to pass back to his boys, or he can stretch out and get a couple more yards. Gotcha.
That was beautiful support, man. Look at you see how he waved until the other dude was ahead of him first?
Did he just tackle the ref? Who did he just run into there? Oh no, it was another dude.
Lovely bit of skill by Master Smith as well.
Not enough time, buddy. Anyway, but these Barbarians, dude, just brought the fucking defense all day. They were really serious, but
the England clearers have done well now. This man advantage can they capitalize that?
Oh damn! I'll take that. Thank you, sir.
Bang!
I need this for later.
So
it's the
rude.
second intercept try of the
afternoon.
England looking to play from inside their own 22, and that man, Damien Pinot, capitalizes for the men in the black and white.
That dude kind of saved that play though, because it looked like he fell behind in the gap.
Well, that's why he kind of gave up a little bit, so he could do that play. You better make that catch. Or the coach
right.
Happy. This is late in the game,
ball
dude.
over the
The
top,
Barbarians
the ball
kind
is
of took
there.
over this game. Like, they were down a player. The Barbarians got a red card.
So here
they were
goes
down a player. It was
Talafua.
14 versus 15.
Looked like it
and
might
they
have been
still
high
kicked
from
the shit out
Charlie
of
Ewells.
England.
Clip over
Look
the
at
top
this
into
fucking
the
try.
goal area.
Oh.
You see that shit?
Wow.
Bro, what the fuck?
Wonderful invention.
What the hell, man?
That's impressive.
What can they do against such reckless hate?
Carbonell
Look at this shit, dude.
They're just like, alright, we're just gonna wing it. That's super risky too, though, because you're like right there. Why are you gonna, risk a interception?
He's gonna pop out the back. Those guys are just so skillful. They know what they're doing.
Teammate.
You see that shit? just like fucking steals it from their friend, and they're like, "Here, get it to this guy."
Smith
All right, goodbye.
Look out.
See you guys later.
Makalou with the pace.
Great
At least there's boys back there to talk to him about it.
All his boys are here, and then look, I'll just kick it to you, no big deal. Cool.
Barbarian score.
Cool. And it doesn't stop, dude.
Damn.
So we're just like rolling through like 3 Barbarian highlights, 5 in a row, right?
A row.
Yeah, but there's like another one coming. They don't finish. They're savages. These guys.
There's like, no, we really want to win. We're just here to raid this country. You understand?
Hands on heads, lungs like crisp packets at this stage of the game. On the charge, looking to pick up a hat trick.
Oh, this shit. They get the ball back
Smith
again.
desperately brings
we're
him
just
down.
gonna score
Niniashvili
yet more. Don't mind
after
that.
forward roll.
Whoa, that was fun.
That tackle was for fakesies. I'm still okay.
Because you kind of let go of the ball momentarily, and you can do that, and then you can continue to carry because no one was there to hold him down.
The number 10 is
Okay.
So yeah, man, big day for the Barbarians. They
4,
absolutely
5,
kicked the shit out of
6,
Portland
7,
Lakewood.
8 tries this
He
afternoon.
got more respect. 51 to 50 to like
Wow.
21. You know, in an international game like this.
We thought they were done. They may yet not be done.
Yeah, no, it's a
Know with the
beatdown.
pickup.
Especially against England, because England's pretty good.
Yeah, they're disrespectful.
Niniashvili from there.
One thing I will say, though, to go back to the Wales versus Costa Rica size, I Googled it, and I was fucking right. So the size of Wales is 20,779 square kilometers. Costa Rica is 51,779 square kilometers. So 51 to 20, Costa Rica is 2.5 times the size of Wales.
Wow.
Just saying.
They probably will beat the shit out of them in rugby. Well, anyway, boys, I'm going to go ahead and bring it home with our last non-sponsor sponsor of the day. Do you got one, Frankie, or should I?
I do.
You do? Beautiful. Share it with
I got a guy, and it's not a scam.
No, okay, good.
Corey.
That's great.
Well, they're just doing.
Scams.
There's one guy on Instagram that is called. Well, the Instagram profile is L, which is it's a Mexican guy. Which is the ABC is ELABC 33. And this guy just posts recipes for all the famous restaurants or recipes that you would like to know. So he always starts the video with something like because everybody likes KFC's chicken strips, or because everybody likes Fresca or whatever, and then he tells how to make them. I don't know if the recipes are good, if they work, if they taste the same, but it's worth taking a look at it, and it's not a scam.
Hey, it's better than giving $16 a month to somebody just in hopes that they're doing the right thing.
No,
I mean, they probably are. They're probably doing something cool.
We'll research Reddit and figure it out.
At that point, you should just bend over.
I mean, listen, I give, this is really just taking my whole deeper because it's just going to prove how bad I am with money. But I give like $10 a month to Mojang just to keep my Minecraft server online, which I rarely play on. So, I'm basically just bad with money. It's the moral of the story.
It's the worst, but it's not the best either. Probably should give up on that Minecraft server. You've only put like
people play on it occasionally. The thing is there's so many people that have put time and hours into that server that if I were to close it, then they're all fucked, Like, you can't convince people, like, yeah, come play on my Minecraft server, and then be like, nah, I'm going to close it. All your hard work is gone. Sucks to be you guys. So, I'm at the sunk cost phase of this.
We'll allow it, right, Frankie?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, anyway, it's been a splendid Sports by Compian episode here. Make sure you guys tune in to the Birmingham Stallions taking on the Philly Stars tonight on Fox or CBS or one of those.
I believe on Fox.
That's taking place around 6:30, I think, 7:30.
6:30 Costa Rica time. I think we're Central Standard Time.
No.
Yeah.
So 6:30 Central Standard Time.
I'm an hour ahead of you guys right now, so.
So it'd be 5:30 your time.
Correct. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining this fine episode, and have a splendid weekend, 4th of July weekend.